Mic check 1 2 1 2. The Knowledge Drop podcast episode number 3. Welcome on the line, everybody. My name is Focus from the Flowmo crew, BeBoDojo.com and Cypher Studio. Representing Finland. And we're moving on with the podcasts. Third episode. Today we have a special guest, Hefo, all the way from Poland, the head coach of Breaking Team Poland. We go back a long time. We battled a long time ago, and I've been seeing him ever since, battling, judging, teaching. And recently we did a camp together over here in Finland too, with Breaking Team Finland and Breaking Team Poland. So Team Poland flew all the way to Helsinki, took the train to Pajulahti Olympic Training Center, and we spent an ill weekend training with both coaches from Poland and also from Finland. Had a great time. So let's see. A lot of people have been asking me this question on how to get started with getting more structure, how to get started with having some sort of a idea of high-level training for preparing for big battles that's coming up, such as the Olympics. The ones who don't know, breaking will be featured in Paris 2024 Olympics as an official discipline. And some countries have been getting ready for it and some haven't. So a lot of countries have been asking me, like, how do you get started and where do you form that connection? Who do you speak to and how to set some structure for what's happening? So hopefully we can use Case Poland as an example today. Without further ado, let me get Adam, aka Dr. Hefo, on the line. Yo.
Hello, hello.
What's up, Hefo? How are you doing?
It's all good, all good. We got winter holidays, so I got behind my all 25 kids. They got some creative workshops right now, so I hope that we're not gonna hear them in the background. But we've been in cinema, and now we live.
Okay, which movie today?
Oh, that was Pussy in the Boots, the new one. Funny, you know, animation. I like animation. A little bit sad story in the end, you know, but it's all about life, you know.
Yeah. What age are the students today?
Oh, they from 5 to 13. This is the most interesting people that we have so far in the dancing. And, you know, like the oldest, they got different interests about life, but you got also your dance school, so you know these people approaching first, and then the strongest one will survive, really.
Yeah, it's like a small percentage that stays, but still you got to get that.
But we're looking for those diamonds, you know, and that's why we're here for, you know, to teach and pass the knowledge and seek them. This is the real truth. What is really the life experience from the owner of the dance schools. It's a hard work, but it's worth it to see those people shine on the stage. Even the stage.
That was one of the biggest lessons I learned starting a dance studio too. I wanted to train only champions only. But you see that people dance for different reasons, people with different motives, which is eventually all good and it's perfectly fine. So some people dance for fitness, some people dance for health, some people just dance to create or meet other people. That's perfectly fine and okay. We all got different motives for it.
Yeah, the biggest reason, you know, for me was just to get the girls. You know, you go to
that's
the disco,
why we started,
you know,
back in the days.
The school
see the
club,
cool kids getting busy in the cipher and of course,
like, okay, this guy seems interesting.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, that's pretty much why all of us got into the game once we got started back in the days. Game is a little bit different now, which is all good.
But we're still trying to adapt.
Naturally. I think I met you the first time when I was in Poland back in 2005.
That was just some activities. Setove did something with you. I think invite you for the workshops and for the judging. Yeah, so that was around that time. I came back from States from 2003, and then, you know, like I started taking breaking a little bit more seriously. And Setove, he was practicing with us. He was also kind of my student, but then, you know, he fly out from the nest and he trying to do his own stuff. And definitely he was seeking for the people to invite to Poland to get new, fresh feelings. And the good time back in the days, in that time, was that many people came for workshops from outside, and there was very big hunger for sharing and getting the knowledge. I see right now it's not that much, but that was I think the for sure that was the gold era of Polish breaking approaching. That was like one step before, but that was, the whole situation came, and then the Polish scene grow.
I remember everybody was hungry. I came in straight from Red Bull BC1 in Berlin. We drove up to Gdansk, north of Poland. And I stayed for a full week, teaching workshops, sharing everything that I knew about breaking. Everybody was mad hungry. And I remember you in the battles too. Like you had a lot of confidence, a lot of fire, a lot of willpower, more than most of the other people. So you shined and
because maybe of my background, but like the era, you've been also invited, and you got also some crazy story. You share already with some interviews about like the neighborhood like this. We've been like what I felt in my neighborhood. That was not 2005, but still there was some areas that we got the little Bronx, like but 25 years after, because there was after communists, everything start to build it up in the country, and still the hungry young people there was breaking, and that was the only one way to come out. And like after I got my knowledge about breaking, how it starts, I compared to the neighborhood I live, and said like, okay, this is the Bronx, but 35 years after almost in my city Gdańsk. I feel like that everybody got kind of the same starts. That's what my experience is about the people and talk with them.
I felt that rawness when I was watching you guys, you and the other people, but especially you. I felt that rawness in the battle. Like this is all we have, and this is what we want to do, and we're out to get it.
But also, I got crazy story when I started dancing, because I started dance because my brother was in jail in Germany, and he learned breaking in jail from the Turkish people from Berlin. That's the true story. God. Yeah, and we got lots of gypsies in my neighborhood, and they was traveling. Right now they go in also UK, England, Berlin, all this stuff. So they was coming, and there was people who start dancing, and I was like, oh wow, this is some crazy stuff. And this is the true story. And I grew up without parents, so my anger was like all there on the floor. If I was 17 and you stay alone, you cannot compare to nothing what is gonna hit you like in the next morning, and I finished my schools, I didn't become a drug addict, I didn't become alcoholic, but because of the breaking, I was putting, all this time and focus is like, I'm gonna be there and I wanna be there. So there was the anger. And after, time, we got the first job, first show, we see this is valuable stuff, like, we try to developing, okay, we're looking for other people, and this starts like this.
Yeah, the shit that you go through in life is such a great source for energy and motivation.
Yeah, and once I was really
turn it into creative expression.
Once I was really angry for the situation, but then understood if that situation would not happen, I couldn't be in the place where I am right now. So actually, after some years, I appreciate that's happened and turn like in the good way. That's why also the roots and connection with the hip hop, I connect, everything. And I said like, okay, this is the real meaning of this. And it's cool. And I stay here and I'm planning to stay for longer.
Amazing. We also battled before. I remember in Austria, a couple of years after that, we did like a 7 to Smoke. Do you remember that event?
Yes.
I don't remember the name though.
The Do Your Best battle, Do Your battle, Do Your battle.
That was it. 7 to Smoke.
7 to Smoke,
do your best.
There was Fuego, that was Smurf, I think. Some people from there. Yeah, Austria, yeah. I lost to you. I know that.
Yeah, I think I came second in that case. Was it Gassama who won or somebody?
Probably, yeah, Gassama. Yeah, he was on the top already there. But that was good ciphers and that was good battle. I think DJ Cosmic, he was doing this, right?
Yeah, it was Cosmic's event. It was a nice trip.
Do Your Best, Do Your Best battle, yes.
Yeah, that's it.
I got it on tape.
Okay, I don't. So hit me up with the footage. You got it.
Like Billboard archive are like archive.
Archives. Yes, that's what's up. So listen up. A lot of people have been asking me during the recent months, like, what do you do in Finland, and how do we get structured and organized to be ready for Paris 2024 Olympics inclusion and all of the big battles that's coming up? And there was a couple of countries who started pretty quick making moves as soon as the decision came to get breaking in part to be part of the Olympics. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to call you today on maybe use Poland as a case example of give some ideas for the people who want to get structure, who want to get organized. What should they do, and how has Poland done it, for example, so they can be inspired and they take their countries breaking to another level.
Cool. Yes, the road was difficult. The story it goes like this. When I find out about breaking being Olympic, I became a Sherlock Holmes. Like how to do that. Which direction we should go, who I should call, who I should talk to, and I couldn't find anyone who could help. And on the Polish scene, we got kind of like a split, and I was in the middle because Thomas and some other people, they want to be involved in this. It's okay, and some other people, they want to be involved, and I was in the middle. I was connection to those both sides because I want to keep the professional way, and I want to work with people who's in the paperwork with the government, but also I want to work with the people from the street, from the society, because in my opinion, that should be connected all, because we don't got as professional b-boys like well-educated and structured people with the government. But on the other side, there are some people who maybe we don't like them that much, because they work in different way, more like structured way and like more strict way. But art has to go with the professionalism, especially when we find out that we have to do a federation. And that was the first step. And some of the people, they was doing for 8 months one federation, and they did, Thomas with the friends. Okay, but because of the conflicts of with national member body, they couldn't agree for the terms they're gonna work with. And then I step in and I say like, okay, first of all, I'm gonna do the judge exam for Trivolt and Trivium, and then I'm gonna find out how we can work with national member bodies. That will pretty okay. I passed the exam, and I could hook in already to those people, and they start to talk to me. It's like, okay, you became the first judge here, and now we can work about the whole situation. And then he said to me, you got already federation, but I'm afraid I'm not going to work with the Thomas and some other people because they got some private issue and some different approach. And I say, okay, what do I have to do? He said, like, make a federation. Then I find Leszek Baranowski. He's an old school b-boy. He's been doing projects like a government project for years, for 15 or 20 years already, and he don't got that much support from the government, from the community. And I can understand he's an old school guy, not active, doing like his own things and all this stuff. But I say I need him. I need him for his experience with the government paperwork. So I call him. We talk, and we did the federation in 2 weeks, not 8 months, 2 weeks, and the first step was done. Was a lot of stress. We didn't sleep. We think we have to make a lots of special rules, like a rule book and all this stuff. I didn't sleep for almost 1 week, but that's the payback, that we have. We got federation in 2 weeks, and in Poland, this has to go to the court, and the court has to check all the papers. And we've been calling only once to make some to fix some mistakes with it, but this mistakes was like a government words mistakes, not something we did wrong, but they couldn't approve it. But after that, we got the federation. The first step is done, and as a federation, we could join the Ministry of Sports departments of breaking. And that was another case. That was two different big federation who was fighting for the Olympics, and we all know it's a WDSF and IDO. Okay, those organizations, they fight for years. And in Poland, there was the head people that was applying in the Ministry of Sport to be approved, and because of the WDSF was lobbying, like in the Switzerland to get to the Olympics. For me, was very clear who's gonna get this. Not IDO, it's gonna be WDSF. And the second part, Thomas and some friends, they was trying to go with IDO. And I met them many times, like, listen, this is not the way to go with IDO. We go with WDSF, we take the whole team people, and we go in there. And Thomas and some friends of his friends, they didn't agree for this. And I say, okay, guys, Paris approaching, and that was 2022, the World Championship. And I say, if we're not going to agree, we're not going to send no one. And I cannot agree for that. Why? Because I'm in this game over 20 years. And of course, you have to sacrifice some because of some. But then, we pay, me and Leszek, we pay their own tickets for the dancers. I was never even there. Leszek was there as a manager. And we send them. We send the first Polish team just to get the first step. And after that, we was trying to work it out what we can do next. So we connect with the national member body. They meet us. They don't trust us, until now, even, they got some small cases we have to fix, but we got good contacts with them. And we also find them people in the ministry. But the ministry, in the Ministry of Sport, but the Ministry of Sport seeing breaking totally different than we see. They got, the numbers and the bar. That's how it looks in Poland. I don't know in the other country. And we was in some meeting in the sport, all the people who's going for the Olympics, coaches and managers. We went there and they show breaking as a small pole. And it's like, we got expectation for breaking for 2024 that one of the people from Polish breaking team is gonna get the tickets and chance for the Olympics. That's it, And the good things, we fixed all the next year. But what was the big case? What was step the milestone, how we call it in English? That was the third place of Vigor on the European Championship. This changed in the sport for us everything. We become into the sport ministry and the top heads of the sport ministry, they bowing for us and they're saying congratulations, you got the bronze medal. This is the youngest federation who got this. We really seen this. This is very nice thing. And these people, they're over 40, 50, 60. And we're sitting there on the meeting, all with the suit up, very not artistic way. And some of the women's, especially the girl called Ula, she trying because it's like this. Now we got the World Championships and the European Championship. I have to go there and give them report how the dancers did, because government give money, so they say okay, why are we paying for this? And Ula say Adam, tell me why in the battle one guy is approaching and the second is approaching, why they do freezes, and and she's over 50 and she's trying to use the hip hop language, and I'm already smiling there in the ministry, somebody is still sitting, and the funny thing is she was operating this language, and the other people, they was looking at her Ulka, how you know that? It's I do a research, I take care of this guy, because she's taking care of different sports skiing, ice skiing, breaking, skateboard. So she got the role, and she has to connect with the language we have. So she right now, after this the brown medal, she's our contact in the ministry. So we already know a lots of stuff before national member body. Okay, that was the hard road to get there. But if somebody want to get the shortcut, make the federation, get the good connection with national member body, work hard, prepare everything, and try to find someone in government who's responsible for the break-in, who give you the biggest contacts, because we all know the government way working slow. We have to send the papers, national member body has to send the papers to ministry and back. But the fast answer for us is very, very important, because we got Japan, for example, right now. Still, we don't get money, but tomorrow it's a meeting with the ministry. We prepare already project for this year, and we're gonna apply for money. If they approve, we got money, we're sending them to Japan, but the plan has to be done. And now it's totally different level of working with these people. They got a lots of hope in the break-in. They wanna also make not only the 16 plus team, but also 10 until 16 for the Dakar 2026. Already they want to do this in Poland. So they're full of hope, and they're really helpful to do that. So basically, if again in the shortcut, you need to find the right people, and you have to convince also dancer that this what happened right now, it's a chance, it's a challenge for someone, it's a chance, and you have to accept it, some rules that we don't want to accept, because we all been dancing in the ciphers, different competition. This is art, and it's gonna be always is gonna be the art for me in my heart and all this stuff. But we have to step in and be a professional, And if you are professional, you have to apply for some rules, and you can agree them or not agree. Then you jump in or jump out. It's simple. It's up to you. And decision for the people, it's in the hand. Now also, we got a lots of access to the sports centers and different activities, which we couldn't have never as normal dancers from the streets. So now it's also exposed. It's coming to the radio, TV. I feel like it's like 80s again, when the breaking started to be popular, when the Rocksteady came to Europe, and they're doing tournée, all this stuff. It's kind of like this. And everybody hoping for, for the Paris 2024, but we, for 99%, we know it's gonna be Los Angeles, and so far. But now it's a big thing. And for me, what is I'm happy, if you see the last championships in Paris 2022, and 2021 and 2022 in Korea, when you compare the amount of the dancers, the good quality dancers, I'm talking, the top heads, you see from 200, it went to 300. So the interest in this is very big. And top players, you have to say, like, Victor, Meno, like all European, all the world people, they step in, and they're in the game. So everybody want to fight for medals, and for everybody it's opportunity, also in Poland. But you have to find the right structure. And now it's a calm downtown with the papers, with the connections. So now we're floating with the plan and the last Olympic years, and we focus as a Poland, as a me, and all the people who helping to get someone from Poland to OQS. We got Vigor already in the Olympic for European. Of course, we're gonna fight for an extra spot, and probably we're gonna get the one extra spot because of the host country, and it's gonna be probably girls. So we, a little bit front, but we aiming for this year to provide everything for the dancers, for the team. We got 10 people in the team. There's a new team already, Polish, like national team, and we're trying to provide them the best to get someone to the Olympic qualifications series in the 2024, and then we're gonna think, if we got someone there, how to get them through all these 40 dancers to be one of the 7 who's gonna become a one person who's gonna ticket. Maybe it's gonna happen a miracle, which is we all hoping that some from the Polish dancers is gonna wake up, and he's gonna take the first place, for example, in the World Championships or European Championships, and the European Olympics, to get the directly ticket to Paris. If this happened, then we're chilling. We already got the one person. We got the goal we was aiming for, and which we can work it out in the different stuff. But it's a lot of work, and it's getting better. But that's how the situation looks right now for me, and that's what I can share.
That's amazing. So basically, anybody tuning in, you have the structure right there. You form your federation, you take care of the paperwork, and you work until you make it happen and connect with the national member body and simply turn it into reality.
And don't be afraid to, we invest a lot of money. For example, it's very simple. I'm not a lawyer, but we need the sports lawyers, right? So if somebody has to prepare the papers, I can do this. I can spend my own time, get the correction, get 3 months. But if you pay to someone who's specialist, like for this, he's doing this for you 3 days, 1 week, but you got this make right. But of course you have to make money. Not make money, like put money in it. But everything is gonna go back to you sooner or later. Don't worry, just don't worry, invest. Of course, if you don't got money because you're probably from, poor country, try to, work with people, talk with them. It's like, okay, maybe you can invest your time. I know we don't get money, but when we're coming back, we're gonna go with you. And, so this you have to talk with people, but not only from the breaking society. Of course, you have to, because you got dancers, you got, judges, coaches, all this stuff involved. But then is the other side, the people are professional from the school, from the education, that they can help you faster. The good thing would happen, many people, step in to help for free. Because it's a new project, they want to be involved. And that's, in some people, humanity, like a insight, is like, okay, I want to help those guys. They need the help. Cool. And we're going to get back something sooner or later. We know that we're not going to forget about those people, because they built something from scratch, from zero. And you have to support those people.
Yeah. And like you said, like if we went from 200 to 300 people in the World Championships in a year, of course, if you are on TV on the regular, back at your home country, then that's going to be showing in the next generation the amount of kids that's showing up to classes and wanting to start this stuff. So that's going to have a multiplying effect.
It's going to be many people involved. For example, we got streaming, right? Like in the sports TV. Then we invite B-boys and B-girls to commentary there. So they get extra jobs. Like we nobody can commentary, like this, like football guys, like, oh, now the guy's going moves on the left hand hops. No, you have to use terminology, like to convince those people, like watching, right? So you're gonna involve the people who know the subject, B-boys and B-girls. Definitely. Coaches also, they're gonna be involved. Not everybody, because not everybody wants. They don't feel like. But who wants it is gonna get paid. It's simple. It's government money. We have to prove it. It's like people thinking also sometimes that, oh, how much money you steal from this and this. They're saying like this, like, I didn't steal zero. It's not like they give us the money to the hand. We have to apply the papers to the national member body. National member body has to apply to the Minister of Sports, and then Minister of Sports has to give the money. Everything is on the paper. So it's no cheating here. You can't. You can't cheat. You can only make a good plan and use money in the good things. Also, we got access to the sports center, and the funny things, like I've been talking 2 days ago with the Italian coach, and we asked him, if he got this sports training centers, and we can come in and get exchange. And then the guy say, like, national body telling we're not allowed to get the people from outside, and I was like totally surprised.
Wow.
So it's I think it's also, if you got the good contact with national member bodies, but sorry to coming back, those people for national member bodies, they 99% they don't know anything about breaking. So you have to teach them, but don't scare them. Because everything new for those people is like, okay, they're gonna come here, they're gonna take over. No, we got division of breaking kind of independent. Of course, all decision is made with national body, but the way and the preparation is going like this. We here on the bottom, it's going to the top. They're still over us, but we got this very comfortable situation that we can write a plan and then just approve it. They don't agree with us. They don't argue with us. Sorry, they just approve it. It's like, okay, you guys did this job, last year. Do this job. We're gonna see the effects. After half year, we see how the points go in, ranking. So we have to give them everything after, they approve the plan we're doing it.
And as a result, there's finally going to be some funding for breaking by the government, which is what I've been asking for 28 years of the dance.
So how difficult it is to talk with those people. But now, because of the Olympics, it's like, okay, we have to give you now. Yeah. Of course, some country, got less or more. It's normal. It's a starting point. That's what I call. But if you got the results, no matter what kind of results, it's like even the 4th place, 3rd place, you got something to show in the ministry, and you got licenses. What they're looking for is a licenses. We don't agree for this because we don't like, to pay for something. It's a normal human thing. But the Minister of Sport looking at every different sports, okay, football players paying license, badminton players, tennis, everybody paying license. It's in Poland, it's like 20 euro a year. It's nothing, but still it's like, okay, what I pay for, what I got from this. This is license, and that's it. You can, compete in the, sports events. Some of the licenses that maybe they're gonna go back to our federation to support the dancers. We don't know that yet because we're working on the figure out this out. And it's work like this. And the more of the license you have, you got more support from government, because suppose you're seeing like, okay, now we got 3,000 people. Okay, they need help. Let's go. We give them all money. Do they got the results? Yeah, they got the results. Like, for example, like the brown medal in the European Championship. Okay, cool. Let's go. Kids, let's go. It's you have to work hard, but it's going to be a payback, and it's access for the government money. I don't know how it's in Finland, because in Finland got less people, of course, than Poland. We got like 38 million, over 40 right now with all Ukrainians. So, of course, the money distribution is totally different, right? But we try and do the best. And I say we got the 10 people in the national team. By WSF, we know already in this year that we can send maximum 6 people, because by the rules. But maybe if it's going to be open, I think it's a European Champion is going to be open, then you can send everybody. So we got 3 basic people in the team, and we got 2 supporting or upcoming people in the team. So it's because of if it's happened injury or any reason can happen, somebody cannot go, we need to find the replacement to get our chances to get the points, because this year is going to be all about the points, which is actually not accurate count after Korea, and we're already complaining. So make sure also who's watching, Make sure watch your ranking list, world ranking, and the WDSF ranking if your points are correct, because some of the Polish dancers, they're not correct, and we're trying to figure out. And that's important because in Japan you're gonna be probably paired up, by the points. So this is also something, if somebody from WDSF watching, please calculate the right points. It's important.
How's the team right now? You said it's 10 people, 3 in the
Yes.
top, and like a B team.
Should I mention the names? So
I'm wondering about the other people who's like the coaches, the physiotherapist. You had the physiotherapist with us.
Yes, we got the
too.
physiotherapist, and we got the mental coaches. We got the sport psychologist. We got some people from different styles of dancing, not only breaking, just to give them, something from outside. We got the acrobatic coaches, and we got breaking also guys, from Poland. Not only, but that's the team. And we got. No, they're not in the team, but of course the manager, it's I think it's like 20 people total with the team of dancers. We try to get those people who was working already 1 year, okay? Because if someone new will come, we don't know how he's gonna approach. Of course, we're gonna give the chance, and we also hearing what the dancers needs. And that's a small problem with the sports of ministry. It's not everything we can spend money on what the dancers needs, and that's written in the papers. They got some papers, and they said like, okay, 20 times, like for example, like 1,000 euro you can spare for clothes. Okay, 500 euro you can spend for shoes, and then like 50 euro you can get for the like all this creatine, regeneration stuff, vitamins, all this stuff. And this has to be, this money, it has to be spent only for this. We cannot move and juggling the money. We can only spend for what is for. And that's why it's very important also, like if you got agreement with the government, look at the papers, what you can use for, because it's a percentage. We got last year percentage, I think 35 to 65, 65 of coaching and invest in the people, and 35 only for traveling. So some travels I've been paying for my own packet. For example, Manchester, I cover like 2 or 3 dancers tickets for my own money, and you have to be ready for this. It's not like that expensive, but you cannot use the government money for this. So this is also one thing we're working on. We're trying to find out what is the best, and we know already that if you invest in the dancers, give them, like camps like you're doing, camps like exchange from country to country, and just the development, so the dancers can be better. The problem is also with the dancers that if somebody want to be very serious about the Olympics and he say like, okay, I'm 100% in, you have to remember, dancers, that you have to be ready for this year for 9 big events. Some of them like Japan, Brazil, Austria, Spain. So you're gonna travel like crazy. Like regeneration and the resting is the key here. This is the key. Your stamina is the key. All of this is the key because of the structure of how it's prepared, all this, qualification. They're going to look for best. And if you're not the best, or if you're not trying with the best, you're going to struggle. So you have to be ready. It's kind of like the same, like you're going for 20 rounds in the cypher. Maybe they're short, maybe nobody watching, nobody judging you, but you have to be ready for these 20 rounds. So you have to get stamina, creativity, power moves, know what to do, strategy, all this stuff. And it's so much stuff right now for the dancers. You cannot focus like in any second. So you need to support, for example, in Manchester, when the Vigor was dancing, I give him, I write the points, for the round robin, who's gonna compete with who. And I said, okay, go for Daniel with this strategy, go for Sunny, this points, this and this. So every time he was in the back, I give him, you need only this points to get this. So if you got the support and you give for the dancers what he needs to do in the right time, and his consciousness is there, he know what to do, he's gonna go like crazy. But this, for the competition, you have to bring from the practice spot. Your stamina, like I say, your, conscious mind, your calm, Like your eye has to look what's going on, strategy. You have to be ready. Like in the cipher, it's the same thing, but it's on the stage and somebody is judging you. The good thing is like about the system. We've been also, a little bit talking. Many people was afraid they're gonna change their own dancing because they have to adapt for the system. I say like when I met the system, it's like no, you don't have to, adapt. This showing your weakness. And of course, if I'm gonna tell to someone, yo, your weakness is this and this, it's gonna be like me. What you talking about? I don't got any weakness, but then inside it's like, damn, I got weakness. You see my weakness. So the system exposing your weakness. So don't take this as something that is wrong, is gonna change your style, but it's gonna give you something that you're missing and work on it. Simple as that, but many people are afraid and didn't compete, because of the also like anti-doping, which is very not popular with the artistic way. But you have to, so you have to gain some, you have to lose some. It's pluses, minuses. But if you really think serious about, the Olympics, maybe only for the Paris, this year it's already too late for some people because new faces, they're not gonna come in so much because the last year was a qualification and people was traveling, collecting points and all this stuff. So I think it's not gonna come so much people, but it's gonna be the quality of the people. And those already events we can see the battles. The high level, but the environment not always is that we something looking for and we're expecting for. That's WSF and the organizers, they have to learn a lot. I think Manchester was so far the best sport big thing, but the reason is because the people who's behind, they was doing, IBE, UK champs. So the national member body of UK give, free hand and money, I hope, for those people to organize. And that people, they know what to do, So that was like everybody was involved, and that was so familiar and nice to see many different faces. And you see, this is the structure they got in their head. Okay, this has to work like this and this. So the sports event can look very good if the right people can do it. If you compare to Korea, which is everybody was complaining, like I was not there, but I saw in the TV. This cannot be. Like with there's so much money involved, like the stage is like that you're seeing from this one, from the floor, from the app, it's like no people. It's not something that we're looking for. We love to cipher. We love, the dim light. We love that energy that's exploding. If we got this on the competition, all the dancers deliver the best. And in the TV is gonna shine like it's like New Year's and Christmas Eve together for all these dancers, because we can do this. But we need to get the good background to show it. It's kind of simple, but that's why it has to be also people involved who's in the scene, and that's why we involve the people from the scene to coach the Polish scene. But for the organization, that also has to be people involved with the experience, or at least hire someone who been doing gems, throwing the gems, who's gonna come to you. And 1 week before, I don't know, pay him tickets, pay him, fee. He's gonna give you, okay, look, change this, it's gonna look better. Change this, it's gonna be better. Dancers going this way, this going this way. Okay, you need the one guy there. This just to show to the people who's never organized, that big event, that the heart has to be there. Yeah, we need that.
If we can make that happen, if we can bring that vibe into the big masses to see, then it's gonna be addictive, man. Everybody's gonna see like this is the real deal. Let's make it happen.
But also when you look at the rule book, WDSF, there's a first picture over there that's like nice, DJ equipment and that energy cipher. We need, we need that Colosseum thing, it's like a Caesar sitting there looking the Colosseum, the gladiators fighting, for the title, not for the freedom, but for the title, That's and this feeling, if we give to the people, like this is the Roman history, they will love you. They love to watch entertaining. The good, for example, like Alabama, I got the chance to judge Alabama last year, or 2 years, I don't know. The all tickets was sold out there, and everybody was just like, wow. That was like in hip hop session. When you sit there, you've been there, right? When you sit there, when it's like this stairs up, you see all this, like a sea of heads. It's like everybody watching, like all the eyes on you, and you got already, this what you're looking for. That energy is there. Colosseum thing. Look, sit people up, look them down, invite them to the arena and fight. Do the entertaining.
That's it. Perfect. If there's one word that you need to use in order to describe what do you expect out of 2023? A big year, what would that word be?
What do you mean?
If you had to describe what do you expect from 2023 by one word, what is the word that you would use? Is it excitement? Is it
and we're talking about life or breaking, or this what we're talking about?
Breaking for 2023. Big year and breaking. What the word that you would use for
goals.
What you expect?
Goals. You know, like we set up the goals and we're gonna go for the goals. You know, like I'm the tough character in breaking and in life, and like I'm Aries, you know, from the sign, and I know if I want something, and if I work it hard, something, no matter how many times I broke my leg, my hand. You know, it's like you broke your leg. Okay, you got 2 hands and 1 leg. If you in the world got only this broken, you're gonna be like really thankful that you survived. So it's the same for me because of my life and maybe of my background. You know, that's I got goals, and it's not goals for me. The goals, it's as a team spirit. I wanna prepare something that Polish breaking scene, because we're talking about this, can be proud of the people who step in, and I'm gonna do the 1,000,000% to provide the best I can, and I'm gonna stop everything that is gonna be bad or somebody. You know, I got so much hate on me, but for me it's like a morning shower. You know, it's like a Finnish sauna cold breeze when you go to the lake. It's like this right now. Before I was crying. I was like, okay, I do something good. I got the good heart. I want the good for the people, but why they cannot understand? And one day I just wake up, I sit down, and I say, you know what, Hefo? You know, it's just like this devil and angel here. Just do it. Not just do it, you know, from Holland, Nick. Hello, is just do it. If you got that feeling, you know, like inside that you already put some energy, just don't look back. Do it. Open the hands for the people who want to work with you, and do it. And then, you know, to my head is coming Elon Musk. You know, like the guy came out of nowhere. He sell PayPal for 100 million. Now he's the richest in the world. He's living in a small house, and he said, like, just do it. I believe what I'm doing, and just do it. So this is the one word for this year: goals, and do it. No matter how hard it is, just go for it. Everything is possible, you know. And you know that. I think you got the same mentality. Even, you know, we speak different language and we coming from different country. The spirit is there.
2023, all about making it happen. No holding back.
Yes.
Perfect. Great talk, Hefo. I wish you all the best. Keep doing the good work, and it's going to be an exciting year. I'm going to see you everywhere this year.
Yes. One thing I want to just say, if somebody's watching, thank you for all of you. This year is going to be hard, and if somebody really want to start, like I say, don't give up, just go for it. It's a difficult way, but don't stop digging before you find the diamond. Don't give up. You know, like maybe somebody gonna close the door, just open the window, sneak in, and get your goals. It's up to you. And if you got really guts, and if you're ready to do it, and people will follow you, just go. Simple as that. Okay, Mr. Focus, thank you for having me here. I'm going back to this 25 monsters behind the wall. I'm gonna see if they not destroy nothing. But I appreciate, that was a great talk and a great series you have. And of course, great teaching series also you have with the challenges and all this stuff. I don't got so much time to be part of it, but I'm looking for this. And this is the also professional and very good, helpful to many people. And if somebody want to be involved, you know, especially in the time when we can get the online courses, you don't have to go home, but you also get the advice. Just go for it. Go for it and use it. This is the great thing. And goals, 2003 goals. We're gonna meet in the end of the 2003. We're gonna find out like how many goals for my bucket list I did. Okay, but plan is for 99.9%. Oh,
and I see you over there somewhere.
Kippis. I like Kippis always.
Kippis. Greetings to all the students, and we'll stay in touch, man. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you. See you.
Thanks for tuning into the Knowledge Drop, y'all. I hope you find it valuable and inspiring. Now head out to bbodojo.com for our free video training and a bunch of other ill content. I'll see you over there, y'all. Peace.